is up, everybody? How we doing? How we doing? This is Dennis Smith, y'all in the timeline. Welcome in, welcome in. We are here talking about some Marvel stuff, man. Talking about some Marvel stuff. Sunday live stream. You know how we do. And yeah, man, I got some things to say. Well, first of all, dropped a video today. Dropped a reaction, Blue Lock reaction. Dropped it early around 10. Was up video editing that. So Blue Lock episode 23 reaction is out now. Definitely go check that out if you love watching people react to stuff. You know, I enjoy it. I love watching Blue Lock. I love reacting to it. A lot of cool moments, a lot of hype moments. Definitely have fun doing that. So check those out. What else is happening, man? I got some new collections, man. I got some things I added to the wall. Some Funkos, some comics. Hold on. Let me see if I can get that. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Added this comic to the collection. I'm pretty sure it's Black Panther's first appearance. Something like that. It's like Black Panther's first appearance in Marvel, I want to say. Fantastic Four joint. Just added that to the list. Give me 1 second. I think I added Kang. Got Kang. Kang is definitely there. Added to the list. Got another Mando. A Mando added to the collection, man. Mando with the helmet on, because this is the way. This is the way. That's right. Added to the list, man. Speaking of Mando, we did run a giveaway. We ran a giveaway on the Mando Funko Pop. This one here, homie without the helmet, and with the child, with the boy. And it is over, man. I picked this morning, and it came down to a couple of people, but some of them were bots, and I don't like to choose bots. People that just like have an account that just get into giveaways, into free giveaways. And the other was one of my good friends that's been on the podcast or been on the show one time. His name is Galen Powell, and I usually don't like to have friends of the show win a giveaway, but this one happened to be him. And I know he's a Star Wars junkie, and I would feel bad to like skip over him. Like my conscience would feel bad to skip over him if I didn't give it to him. So Galen Powell, winner of this giveaway. There's going to be a lot more giveaways, a lot more chances to win stuff. I know Jam, who works with me at the Alternate Timeline, has a lot of comics he's giving away, a lot of Funkos he's going to be giving away. So stay tuned. We will be doing a lot more giveaways. Normally it will not be somebody that's like a friend of the show or like a good friend of mine or somebody like that will win. But I guess this one was kind of a weird one. It just happened to be that way. Happened to get drawn, and I know that he's a Star Wars guy, so no, I'm gonna give it to him. Hopefully he can take a picture with it and all that, and we post his picture and stuff like that. So, but yeah, stay tuned for more. Staying on the Star Wars thing before I get into all the Marvel stuff. I'm watching Bad Batch. I'm catching up with Bad Batch. I think I'm like on episode 8 of this last season, of this season that's going on right now. I think I'm on episode 8. Loving it, man. I really enjoy the Bad Batch. Definitely like a cool little show. The ending of the first season was crazy to me. Like the open fire on Kamino was wild to see. Yeah, I was a big fan of like there was like a Rebels arc or Rebels. Like it was like two shows. There was two episodes that was like it showed Hera and her family, like a young Hera, which was really cool. I enjoyed those. Yeah, we're getting to the point where the Senate is trying to speak up for these clones right now, and some things are happening. They're getting threatened. Clones are assassinating other clones and stuff. Like a big thing is going on. So I'm that's where I'm at right now with Bad Batch. Can't wait to catch up finally and be on the same page as everybody else. But that's where I'm at Bad Batch. Of course, watching The Mandalorian. It's been 3 episodes so far. Definitely enjoying that Mandalorian. The last episode was a different one. I know a lot of people were saying it's so Andor-like with the heist thing going on, and some people felt like it was unnecessary, which I understand. Like I enjoyed it. It did definitely just cut away from everything Mando was doing to like this whole thing with the scientist guy, the guy that wants to do the cloning, and you can kind of see that this girl that's kind of helping him. You could see that she was going to betray him, like the way that she entered his whole little speech in the beginning. The way she looked like a villain, like she was going to play him the whole time. So to me, I saw that, saw that happening, saw that coming. So it wasn't really a big like, oh my god thing. I see why people were comparing it to Andor, but at the same time, I'm like, but yeah, it felt like a weird moment to like put that in there. It felt like it didn't need to be the whole episode like that. I was definitely enjoying like our boy and Bo-Katan like in the ships doing their thing, and the action within the ships. Those were really cool. I was enjoying that. So hopefully we get some more Mando when it comes back. Episode 4. Finally got my dad to watch some Mandalorian as well. Got my dad to watch some Mandalorian. He's been enjoying it. And he's like literally on episode 3, the first season. So he's kind of getting into it. He likes bounty hunter kind of stuff. So he doesn't really care for Star Wars, but he likes bounty hunter stuff. So I was like, you might like this. Plus the music is fire. The score is fire. So I got him on that. Other than that, let's get into this Marvel news. We got. Hopefully everybody can hear me okay. If you guys can hear me okay. We got Jon Bernthal. Let's start there. Jon Bernthal back as Frank Castle, back as the Punisher, which I think we all saw that kind of coming, but now we're just like hype about it. Let me see if I can turn on some music a little bit. Get some music going. So yeah, we got Jon Bernthal back. I think everybody's excited about that. The possibilities, what you could see him being a part of. We think he's definitely going to be a part of Born Again, the Daredevil show that's coming out. We think he's possibly going to be a part of Echo. What else do we think he could be a part of? Is the question. I think that he could possibly be a play for Armor Wars. I know there's some times like in the comics where he dabbles with some armor. So like Armor Wars is a potential like, hey, you could throw Punisher in that. And then I think that you could also throw him in. I know you see a bunch of like, when you just search up Midnight Suns, you see a bunch of like fan-made stuff, and Punisher's in a lot of the fan-made stuff. But, he could make some sense with a Midnight Suns as well. He has some experience fighting some supernatural. So he could easily just be thrown into that. I think there was a comic run that I was reading, Marvel Knights, where there was this like monster like thing that was running this underground drug operation. Basically, it was like a new drug out there that everybody was getting doped up on, and Frank Castle thought it was this human, but he goes and tracks it down. It's this like supernatural monster like thing, and he fights it. He struggles with it, but he fights it. He's going crazy on it, and I think that that's evidence basically of he's got some experience with fighting supernatural. So you could throw him into a Midnight Suns and it would work, but I'm interested to see what you could throw him into. Jon Bernthal, I like him as an actor, man. It's funny, I was watching, this was months ago, I was watching that movie with Will Smith as the father with Serena and Venus, the whole tennis movie. I was watching that with the family and I was like, oh, that's Jon Bernthal. He plays the guy that's like the coach, he plays the trainer for Serena. And I was like, man, that's Jon Bernthal. Like, he plays Punisher in the Netflix show. And I was like hyped. I started paying attention to like him as an actor in that movie. I was like, yeah, the homie got some range. He got some range for sure. He can definitely a solid actor. So yeah, man, I think we're all glad that Jon Bernthal's back as Punisher. That is a plus. That is a positive. A whole lot of Daredevil news came out this week. A lot of Daredevil stuff. I think first was the recast of Vanessa Fisk, Kingpin's wife or Kingpin's girl or whatever. It was who was it? I don't know how to actually pronounce this. Ayelet Zurer, Ayelet Zurer. Who was phenomenal. I thought she was great as Kingpin. The whole like Twitter, all of Twitter just exploded. Like, they were upset that they were recasting her, which I understand, I guess, but I think that Sandrine Holt is her name, who's going to be playing her in the MCU. I mean, I'm just looking at a picture of her and I'm like, yeah, she's going to be just fine. She looks like she could definitely play the part. Acting is another thing. I don't know what her acting capabilities are, but as far as just like her look, and she got this look of confidence, which is what Vanessa and Ayelet had in the Netflix series. Like, she was just confident, self-made woman who liked Wilson Fisk, but she seems like she has that same kind of aura to me. So I'm not worried about it. We'll see how the acting goes, but I'm not too worried about this recast at all. So yeah, there's been a lot of Daredevil stuff coming out, a lot of set photos coming out, people wanting Kristen Ritter. Weird how to say her last name, but the girl that plays Jessica Jones. A lot of like rumors that she might be a part of it. Who knows? But yeah, man, this Daredevil series is gonna be interesting, man. 18 episodes. Like, how are they going to release these episodes? If it's one at a time, like, how long is this gonna drag on? We don't know, but should be interesting to see for sure. There's that. There's this past week also, there's some rumors from some of the scoopers out there in the rumor mill that James Spader would return as Ultron, and I think everybody wants to see Ultron back too. Like, Ultron is a good villain, man. That he's a big, impactful villain in all of Marvel, like just Marvel history, right? So it'd be great to have that back. My thing is, like, as long as they can find a place for him and have it make sense, I'm like, sure, we can have Ultron back. We can have Ultron back. I'm not mad at that at all, as long as it makes sense. And I think that's the case with a lot of these actors that they're trying to bring back. When they ask them in interviews, like, would you ever play this again? Would you ever play? I think they asked William Dafoe that this past week. Like, would you ever, come back as Green Goblin? They all say the same kind of thing. Like, if it makes sense and the story's good, fine. Like, they'll come back. So that's kind of how I feel with the whole James Spader Ultron stuff. Like, if it makes sense, they can make it a good story, put a good story into it. Within this whole saga too, you know, it's like, where does it fit? We don't know where it fits. Armor Wars again, like, I know I keep bringing up Armor Wars. That's like a place where a lot can happen. I feel like it's probably why they made it into a movie instead of a show. A lot can go into Armor Wars. Like, it just seems like a lot can happen there. So, yeah, man, Ultron seems like we might be getting Ultron back for real, for real. So, and that just, like, these villains, man, these villains in this saga, the potential is there. You know, with Ultron, what else? We getting Kingpin, obviously. We're getting, obviously, Kang is the overarching guy. A bunch of Kangs. You know, we got a villain, Scarlet Witch. We don't think we're getting Doom, but we think we're getting Galactus, maybe. Possibility. We got freaking, every time I think about Thor Love and Thunder, I'm gonna say this every single video I make. Every video I make. Gore. We got Gore, who's a cool villain, but not handled great. I mean, we had Green Goblin. We had you know, all the Spider-Man villains, right? So we had all of them. But yeah, the potential for, like, you know, a lot of these villains coming up. You know, Mephisto. We're hearing things about Mephisto, which, like, finally, I think a lot of people have wanted that. That's crazy. Which there'll be more on him later on here. But yeah, man, if we can just find a spot for all these villains and make it make sense to this whole saga, I'm all down for it. It seems like it's a lot of cool villains they're bringing here. And then oh, like I was saying with, like, the actors saying that if you know, asking them if they want to come back for more Marvel stuff, and they're like, yeah, if you can find a good story or whatever. Every time they ask Elizabeth Olsen, she's like, yeah, I'm down. I love her energy. She's like, I'm ready to go. I feel like she's been studying Scarlet Witch, studying, you know, Wanda Maximoff, and, like, she knows some of the things, some of the events that she's a part of, and she's like down. She's ready to go. And I love her energy every time that she's asked about playing Scarlet Witch and when we'll see her next and stuff like that. She's like, yeah, she's like, I'm curious to explore more with this character and all that stuff. So yeah, man, excited for her future for sure. You know, a lot they can do with her. A lot they can do with her still. So yep. And then let's get into some of this special presentation, man, because a lot of things going on with Marvel with the whole, you know, the delays, the reshuffling, how they want to present some of these things, some of these projects. They got plans. And I think that we're hearing a bunch of, like, planning to do a special presentation. Like, the recent one was they're planning to do a Sentry special presentation to run alongside Thunderbolts, which makes a lot of sense. I'm actually a big fan of that. That makes a lot of sense. Give us, you know, you can do a lot of world building within this one episode presentation. This one-off episode, develop that character so you don't really have to do it in the movie. So, like, if you give us a Sentry special presentation before Thunderbolts and you throw Sentry in there, we gonna know who Sentry is. You know, we gonna know, all right, this is what he's about. This is what's, you know, most likely gonna, we can start making, you know, guesses on what's gonna happen with this character and, you know, what they're trying to do. We may know, like, if he's dangerous or not, stuff like that. So I think the opportunity to run special presentations alongside their projects that they're putting out is a big thing for them. And it's kind of like, well, before I say that, like, even with Werewolf by Night, love Werewolf by Night. Like, we don't need any more like Jack Russell stuff, Elsa Bloodstone stuff, Man-Thing stuff. Like, you can throw them into wherever now. We know how to vibe with those characters. We know how to vibe. So the special presentation was always a good idea to me. It was always a good idea. And like, speaking of like that kind of stuff, I thought what they're doing with the special presentations, I honestly thought that that's what they were going to do with the animated studios that they had to run alongside a lot of these things. Like the animated studios, I thought they were going to not take the place of, but I thought they would do what they're trying to do with these special presentations. I thought that they would do with the animated stuff too, is like have them run alongside these projects to fill out a little bit more of the world and make things make sense. So you can, like, whenever you do the big project, we know from, like, you know, the special presentation or from the animated show that they were doing or something like that, which I'll probably make another video on that. I got some ideas on like what they could do possibly with you know, the animated stuff. What I would like to see, not even ideas, just what I would like to see with the animated stuff, especially when they do, you know, there were rumblings about like a reboot alongside what's going on with the MCU, but like a kind of like a reboot, you know, something that they could do with the animated stuff. You know, I think, you know, something I would like to see. I'll say that in another video. Yeah, I like the idea, man. Let me see. I think there's some that are supposed to be rumored right now. Let me see if I can bring up this article. Let me bring this up. Welcome to the chat, man. Welcome to the show. Anybody watching, welcome. Just hanging out. Sunday live stream, hanging out. Thank you for tuning in. 6 upcoming Disney Plus specials rumored to be in development. So Sentry is the one I was just talking about, running alongside Thunderbolts. The weekly wrap up. What's up, man? How we doing? How we doing? Thanks for tuning in, man. Thanks for tuning in. Talking about some of these special presentations. Yes, sir. Yeah, Sentry is one of them. We know that's going to run alongside Thunderbolts. They want to do something big with the Thunderbolts and Sentry. That's what we've been hearing lately. Thunderbolts has gone through a lot. Like, we've heard when it first came out, what we were hearing based on that, and then like what we're hearing now. I feel like this project's been reworked like 3 or 4 times. Like the ideas that they're putting into it just are different every single time we hear about it. The Cosmic Circus, shout out Cosmic Circus, claimed that special presentation centered around Sentry is in the works for Marvel Studios. Also noted that the project is expected to film alongside Thunderbolts, which I was saying, the movie where the character is rumored to debut. The plot details are being kept under wraps, but it's rumored to explore multiple sides of the character, which is interesting. Good, man. How about you? Looking forward to these special presentations. If these rumors are, if the rumors are true, what they can do with the special presentations, like, I'm digging that. Like, I feel like it's something they should have been doing, almost, like, you know. But they're listening to feedback. They're listening to people, and of course, you know, we had a lot of these shows come out where a lot of people were vibing with, a lot of people were like whatever about them. I get that, but you know, the one-off episodes allows you to basically accomplish that, and then like put them into these movies, put them into these shows, put them wherever you want to put them, and we're just gonna vibe with those characters. So I'm a big fan of the special presentation. I've enjoyed both of them so far, the Christmas one and the Halloween one. Let's see. Yeah, okay, so yeah, we've heard Silver Surfer. Cosmic Circus also reported that, Silver Surfer, which I would love to see because I don't know much about the Silver Surfer. I just know he has ties with Fantastic Four and Galactus. I just know what he looks like and kind of like how he glides, but that's it. I don't really know too much of the ins and outs about Silver Surfer, so I would actually love a Silver Surfer project. I would love it. I would love to see that. So I just want to, there's things about the MCU, things about the Marvel lore that I just want to, you know, learn about. And I know everybody's gonna be like, pick up a comic, just read a comic. I get it, and I probably will. I'll probably read some Silver Surfer stuff, Fantastic Four stuff with Silver Surfer in it. I probably will, but you know, I would love to see it done on live screen as well. So we'll see what happens there. Marvel Studios, with the outlet claiming that it must release before 2025's Fantastic Four. So if we're getting Silver Surfer, it'll release before Fantastic Four, which is good. That's good news. We like that. The rumor special will reportedly take a similar style to Werewolf by Night, featuring Norris Rad and Herald of Galactus. Featuring Norris Rad. Norris Rad is the character of Silver Surfer as a Herald of Galactus. That's the only other thing that I know of Silver Surfer. Other than that, I don't know too much more. I'm not a Silver Surfer guy, but I would love to be. I would love to know more. It's okay. I'm the same way with some of the comics. Some familiar, others not so much. I played and collected action figures as a kid, so there's comics, unfortunately. So same, yeah, man. But yeah, I'm like kind of new to comics, man. I'm reading some. I picked this up the other day. Like I'm reading some comics, right? Got the Marvel app, and I'm in two different places right now. I just finished the House of M stuff, so I'm kind of at the aftermath of House of M, but then I'm also way back, like when that was like 2005 ish, I think, and I'm also like way back 1980 stuff, like some Fantastic Four stuff, Spider-Man stuff. I'm trying to read old Spider-Man stuff. It's bad. I'm all over the place with comics, and that's what comics do to you, man, because there's so much. You're like, oh man, I gotta go back and back and back and back. It hurts the brain, man. It hurts the brain. But yeah, I want to learn more about Silver Surfer, so I'm excited to actually get that. And same with Nova. I think Nova's another one that they're talking about. Yeah, Nova has long been rumored to make his MCU debut, but it's unknown which platform he would appear first. Conflicting reports. Some said it was going to be a movie. Whether or not Nova would end up being a special presentation remains to be seen. Character's debut mentioned that it is on the slower path, which could indicate that it has been pushed back. So Nova could be something that comes out phase 7, phase 8, which is what I was kind of wondering when I made another when I did another Sunday live stream. Like, where does Nova even fit in this whole saga? Like, I don't even know, because I don't know too much about Nova in the first place. But just like little things, right? And I'm sitting here like, okay, so if you bring us this character, like what is his role in this saga? So seeing that it's on a slower path and could get pushed back kind of makes some sense to me. Despite that, the success of the two first presentations. Yeah, so Nova's definitely been heavily rumored for a while now. Let's see what else in this article. Mephisto, we're hearing the Mephisto thing is like happening. Like we're hearing that's a thing, which that's crazy. It's crazy that we're actually gonna get Mephisto finally. It's like finally, man. Let me see. Marvel Studios may reportedly be developing Mephisto presentation starring Sacha Baron. Hold on, let me see. It's that WandaVision era, man. They messed us up. They messed us up. Devil's in the details. Devil's in the details. They put so much in that show that was like, that's gotta be. It's gotta be. Anyways, after Werewolf by Night, the success of Guardians Galaxy Special, Jeff Snyder said this on the Hot Mic podcast that a Marvel Studios presentation centered around Mephisto is shooting right now. We did hear that it was shooting right now. Yeah, it is about time. It is about time. But yeah, we've been hearing that it's shooting right now, which is like, okay. On the set of Agatha Coven of Chaos, with Sacha Baron Cohen portraying the villain. Deadline previously reported that Cohen is portraying Marvel's extra-dimensional demon. First on Ironheart, where we've been hearing that he's connected with Ironheart. However, with potential delays across the MCU Phase 5 slate and beyond, it is unknown when fans can expect to see, this MCU villain. Yeah, it's interesting. If they are, doing it right now, if they're shooting it right now, that's interesting. But they could do that just to get it to play alongside Ironheart whenever they do Ironheart, because that was supposed to release this year too. I'm pretty sure, but I know that one got pushed back. It was Ironheart and Agatha that got pushed way back. And they slowing up, man. They slowing up. But yeah, that's one that's supposed to be out there. Some theorize that it could be released this year, with it serving as Marvel's Halloween special. Okay, that's a new one. I haven't heard that yet. Like, it could be something that serves as Marvel's Halloween special for this year. That would be cool. That's an idea right there. I like that. I like that. This is one that was, I guess, rumored. Or maybe this is an article just kind of speculating, but Man-Thing, I didn't hear that one being a thing. Yeah, that is a good idea. I think the Halloween trend could continue. I could see that. You could do a lot of your Midnight Sun stuff, your supernatural stuff, which is like give us a special presentation every year on Halloween. Is that asking for a lot? For a Christmas and a Halloween special every year? I might be asking for a lot. After a breakthrough performance in Werewolf by Night, some rumors have claimed that Man-Thing could now be in line for his own special presentation. In fact, the character has already been spotted alongside Earth's mightiest heroes against a multiversal Thanos and new attraction as part of event. Oh yeah, the Avengers Campus photo. I forgot about that. The Avengers Campus thing that has Man-Thing all over it, or it has everybody all over it, but Man-Thing's like a part of it. I forgot all about that. Potentially hinting that Man-Thing has a bright future that could lead to a solo project down the line. So I guess there's you can speculate that Man-Thing could be a part of it. I understand that speculation. And then the other one in this article is Ghost Rider. Similar to Man-Thing, some things have claimed Ghost Rider is the perfect candidate for Marvel Studios special presentation. Another one that could be like a Halloween presentation. They got some options for Halloween. In 2021, Entertainment Scooper. Sure that there are 9 unannounced Disney Plus. Okay, yeah, I remember that was way back. With projects based on Ghost Rider, Nova, Secret Warriors possibly among them. It's possible that Ghost Rider's special presentation is potentially in the works already under the Marvel banner. Well, we know Ghost Rider's coming. We know that for a fact because freaking Marvel or freaking Kevin Feige, he mentioned Ghost Rider in an interview. I think it was Comic-Con. He mentions Ghost Rider, and the guy that was interviewing him did not even bring him up. Didn't bring Ghost Rider up. Kevin Feige brought up Ghost Rider. So we know he's coming. Like, he's on Kevin Feige's mind. They're definitely bringing him. Like, to me, I'm 100% sure they're bringing Ghost Rider. Probably a special presentation. I think special presentation makes a lot of sense for Ghost Rider too. Makes a lot of sense. So yeah, those are it. There was, potentially Nova, Ghost Rider, Man-Thing, Mephisto, which supposedly is filming now, which is crazy. Silver Surfer, and latest what we've been hearing is Sentry. Makes a lot of sense. Run those things alongside the projects that make sense for those characters to be in. I like that idea. I like that idea a lot. So yeah, that's that on the special presentation front. I'm gonna just do like another little blast here, a little Marvel blast. Some of the other recent news. A lot of people, not a lot of people, but there's this rumor like every other week is, they may be planning to split Secret Wars into 2 movies or more than 1 movie, which I'll keep saying I would like to see that. I'd like to see that. It makes a lot of sense, man. The Secret Wars event is a big event that can be told by so many people and can be seen through so many people's eyes, like so many different angles, that I would like for it to be not just one film. Like, I would like for it to be more than that. There's a lot you can do. Like, you can, if you're gonna drag out anything, show, movie, whatever, if you're gonna drag out anything, Secret Wars is the thing you can drag out. Normally people don't like things when they drag out and just adding other seasons, you know, like freaking Attack on Titan. Everybody's like, why do we need a part, you know, a season 4, part 3, part 1, special episode 2? Like, why do we need all of that? But with Secret Wars, man, you can drag that out, because that's a massive event that has a lot going. So I wouldn't even mind something like that. So yeah, we've been hearing that rumor for quite a while now, and it feels like it's every other week there's like new rumor indicating that they may try to split this movie into like 2 parts or 4 parts or something like that. I'm like, yeah, do it. Do it. So you're okay with doing Secret Wars in 2 parts as well? What they did with Infinity War and Endgame. But people keep saying, well, that's gonna be Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars. But I'm like, man, I think Secret Wars is telling more than just a Kang story. I think there's more. Like, that event can be bigger than just that. It can be, like, the opportunity is there for it to do more than just that. And there's so many people involved. Like, Endgame, you could focus on like the Avengers and like just that group and the top 3 people or whatever, right? The main people. But this one has so many characters. Like Secret Wars, this saga has so many characters that can be involved in this whole thing. And we're hearing Spider-Man's a lead. I think they're doing a whole Spider-Man Sony play. I think they're doing a whole Spider-Geddon play in Secret Wars. Fantastic Four is a big part of Secret Wars. We don't think they're doing Doom, but we might. You never know. It could be on the table. You never know, with all the delays and shifts and all that stuff. Doom could still be a thing, even though we're hearing that it's just like a Prime Kang kind of thing, like a I forget what they're saying, like a Beyonder type Kang. Where that's what we're hearing. I still think they can do. They can do a lot with Secret Wars. There's so many stories to tell with all these characters in Secret Wars. So to me, splitting it up more than just like Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars, like Secret Wars can definitely be a part 1, part 2, even like 3. It can be a lot. It can be a lot. If they want to drag it out, they can definitely do it. So many angles, so many characters, so many little small stories they could tell. I'm not opposed to them splitting up Secret Wars at all. At all. Definitely, it is definitely like Secret Wars is huge, a lot happening, right? They should take their time and tell the story divided into 2 parts. I agree. Take their time with it. Secret Wars is not one you want to rush at all. This whole saga is something you don't want to rush. I think that's why they're taking their time now. They're like, all right, we hear you guys. Let's take our time, let things breathe. Even though I was happy with Phase 4, I felt like, hey, I was eating. It was feeding us well, right? It was feeding us super well. And it was definitely like, this is an era we're going to always remember in Phase 4. Like, just every other week was like some Marvel stuff coming out. Like, I'm definitely going to miss that. But I get it, and I understand it. Take your time, do it right. Give these VFX artists their time and shine to, do what they do best. Hopefully they back off of these guys and let them do what they do. But yeah, that's that on Secret Wars. We can always talk about Secret Wars. That's probably going to be in a lot of videos in the future. So there's a lot they can do there. But I'm a fan of them splitting it into 2. Let's see, what else? Came out, Disney's X-Men 97 will take place several months after the events of the original series. Okay. Let's see if there's any more details on that. I still have to finish the first season, or the first, that whole X-Men 97 show. I have to finish it still. I still have not finished it all the way through. I always stop. I don't know why, but I need to restart it and stay on that track. I'm watching too many things at once. That's what it is. I'm watching so many animated shows, so many different things. I'm like, all right, I need to chill and just like, I need to watch X-Men 97 and pay attention to it and grasp it, especially before this show comes out again. Head writer behind the show is extremely passionate about continuing the animated show's legacy. I'm excited for it for sure. Oh yeah, they gave us the Magneto suit back with a new look. The like purple suit without the helmet. I know a lot of people were like, It's okay, we're going to be picking up about several months after Professor X left Earth after being shot by Henry Gyrich and had to return to Shire homeworld to be with Lilandra. The assassination attempt has led to this wave of increased sympathy towards mutants and understanding. Okay. So I definitely just spoiled that for myself because I need to finish that series. Point out how the team weren't expecting this type of public reaction as they'll ask themselves, what does the future hold for us? Causing Cyclops and Storm to step up as team leaders. Even Magneto will be having a change of heart. Okay, so there's a lot of different details coming out about this show from the writer. Okay. Yeah, I'm excited for that. I need to finish the series so I can be ready for that. Yeah, man. X-Men 97 taking place several months after the original events. Cool. What else? I think there's a couple more things before I get up out of here. Guardians of the Galaxy 3 reportedly receiving positive reactions during its test screenings, which is great. I'm telling you, this movie is a lose-lose situation because like Marvel needs a win, right? Marvel needs a win. Like they need to. Even though, you know, I look at Phase 4 as like, okay, I compare it to Phase 1. I hate when people are like, you see it all the time. Endgame was peak. They never been the same after that, right? Bro, like they have to restart a whole thing, a whole story. That was the end of a whole thing. So you gotta compare Phase 4 to Phase 1, like the building of it, building this thing. And Guardians, or not Guardians, but what was I saying? Lost my train of thought for a second. But Phase 4, I thought had a lot of highs. I thought, or higher than a lot of stuff that was in Phase 1, but had some lows that were like, okay, a lot of things in Phase 1 was better than this or whatever. But the highs, like, I mean, bro, you had Spider-Man No Way Home, Loki, WandaVision. I like Miss Marvel. I like Moon Knight. You know, Wakanda Forever was really good, really good to me. Shang-Chi, really good to me. That's just, to me, Shang-Chi is as good as any opening origin film to me. So to me, like, I hate when people say it's just not the same as it was. Of course not the same. They got to rebuild, so they're rebuilding. But at the same time, like, to those people and to a lot of critics out there, you know, especially with Quantumania not doing as well with like the box office and the critics, they need to win. Just to, like, the discourse, man, around Marvel right now is just not great, and they need to win. And Guardians of the Galaxy would be a great win, but it's also a lose-lose because we're losing James Gunn. Not we, I shouldn't even say we. MCU is losing James Gunn to DC, which great for him. I can't wait to see what he does with the DC universe. Definitely interested in that. But it's a lose-lose because if say Guardians does well, right? Everybody's gonna be like, well, it did well, but James Gunn, you're losing the guy that made it, so James Gunn is leaving, so that's not even really going to be Marvel stuff. Like nobody's going to count it as Marvel doing well. They're going to count it as James Gunn doing well, and he's going to be over to DC. So like, I already know that's coming. I know that's coming. That's exactly what they're going to say. If Guardians of the Galaxy 3 does well, that's exactly what they're going to say. Oh, we're losing James Gunn, so that's exactly what you know what I'm saying? That's exactly what's going to happen. Even if it's a good one. So for real, we're gonna need the Marvels, which we are hearing that they're testing pretty well as well. What we're gonna need is the Marvels to receive positive reactions, and we need the Marvels to be a win. We need it, right? Yeah, because you know it's coming. The James Gunn thing is coming. Where if Guardians is great, they're gonna be like, well, you're losing James Gunn, so it wasn't really a win for Marvel. It's like a lose-lose situation for Marvel, in my opinion. So yeah, there's that. Guardians 3 has been testing well, so there's that. And we keep seeing all this like Wakanda. Speaking of Wakanda, we keep seeing all this like Wakanda, shows being developed. Like every other week, we're seeing a new Wakanda show being developed, right? And it's Ryan Coogler. This week, it was Ryan Coogler is reportedly developing an animated Wakanda focused series. So, personally, I'm cool with whatever. I'm cool to spend time in Wakanda. I love spending time in Wakanda, so I'm cool with that. Yeah, whatever Ryan Coogler wants to do in the MCU, I'm like, let's do it. I'm good. I'm gang. I'm ready. So yeah, if he's doing that, I'm ready to see that. And but we've been seeing so many different things, Wakanda shows. I'm guessing because there was a report a while back saying that he was making a Wakanda focused show, and I'm guessing it's the animated one that they're talking about here. So I'm guessing it's that. But like we're seeing that he's doing like, I think he's part of the Okoye show, and you got the Midnight Angels. Like it's gonna be a bunch of stuff coming from the Wakanda area over there. So yeah, I'm ready to see some of those shows, and if Ryan Coogler wants to do it, I'm there. I'm there. Be right there. You know what I mean? Like I will be there. Let's see the last couple things here. Disney Plus has managed to, yeah. So speaking of like the changes and the delays and the shifts and all that stuff, like the scheduling shifts, yeah, a lot's going on right now. Previous reported that a number of Phase 5 MCU shows would be delayed. They're moving a lot of things from like that used to have dates or whatever, or fall 2023 or something like that, that has that kind of title on it, to like coming soon. They're moving a lot of things to just coming soon, which is kind of scary, but it is what it is. Like I was saying, for them to take their time and give us quality, I'm down for that. Their official website changed the release windows of several MCU shows from Phase 5 to coming soon. Let's see. What If Season 2 officially being delayed after early 2023, tagged to coming soon. Echo we saw was tagged to coming soon, which is a shame, man, because I have interest in Echo. I think they're gonna go hard on Echo. But then we also saw the actress Aliqua Cox say something about October can't come soon enough, and I'm like, so that sounds like they're gonna be releasing that in October. That's what that sounds like, or because I think they've been filming, right? So it sounds like they're gonna be releasing that. But on their website, I guess they said it's going to be determined or coming soon. There's that. Agatha Coven of Chaos, we saw rumored to release after Daredevil Born Again, which is likely sometime in 2025. Okay. Loki season 2. This sucks because we're expecting Loki season 2 literally like in a couple of months, like in the summer. Initially slated for premiere this summer, Loki season 2's latest coming soon tag hint at a concerning update for Tom Hiddleston led series. Damn. It's possible the show could be bumped further down the slate, potentially eyeing a much later release this year, such as fall or winter. I'm not mad if it's fall or winter. I'm not mad at that. Probably fall time. I'm not mad at that. But don't push Loki season 2 like to next year. Unless they're really like adding a lot of crazy stuff into it. Which I think they're doing with a lot of these projects that they're pushing back. Excuse me. I think that a lot of these projects, I think Kevin Feige's looking at them and is like, all right, the phase 4 thing we try to do with the character development and giving you these character driven shows. I think that he's like, all right, we're giving you guys characters. We're just going to go crazy now. That's what I think they're going to do. Phase 5 and phase 6. I think they're going to be just like, all right, we're going crazy. Throwing these characters in there. And like Thunderbolts, like when it first came out, this movie was happening. We're all like, whatever. Like we saw the cast and we're like, all right, cool. It'll be a movie that has some super soldier stuff in it. But now things we've been hearing about it is like, all right, they may throw in some adamantium stuff. They may throw Sentry in there. The government stuff in there. Like it could be a whole lot that's going on in this Thunderbolts movie. It's been rewritten or conceptualized, if that's the right word. We've been hearing tons of ideas that. All right, Brody. Peace out. Thank you for coming in, man. Thank you for coming in. Appreciate it, man. You guys have a great day. Have a great day and a wonderful week ahead of you for sure. Yeah, I think a lot of these things, Feige's like, all right, we're just gonna go hard on these now. Like throw these characters in there. We want to see character interactions. I think we're gonna see a lot of mini type Avengers stuff. So, yeah, peace out. So yeah, I think, and I made a video on that. Like phase 6, I think could be a bunch of mini Avenger type movies. I think that's a possibility. So definitely, look out for that. I think that's something to look forward to. They're gonna go bigger, I think. X-Men 97, new update could signal change of plans. Ironheart we saw was getting pushed back. We already saw that. Already wrapped production. So it's like already wrapped production. I didn't even know that. But this new update could mean that it will be part of delays, with potentially eyeing a early 2024 premiere instead of fall 2023. So yeah, that was supposed to come out this year. Now probably 2024, which gives them time to go back and like put some things in there. So I'm all for it. If they're done right. That's gonna be the big thing. Like if they push these things back and it's still like people are like upset about them, it's gonna be like, damn, pushed it back and people still not happy, right? Daredevil Born Again, in the midst of filming in New York, which is expected to be ongoing production for a good chunk of this year. I mean, it is 18 damn episodes, so that makes sense. While it is set to premiere in the spring of 2024, so they could push it up. Cool. Spider-Man freshman year, we did hear that one was almost like getting scrapped. Comic-Con, that would premiere during that year. Rumored to be eyeing a late 2024. Secret Invasion, another one that's going to be coming soon. Damn. Could be pushed back to this year's summer or fall. After some has pointed out, Phase 5 is off to a bad start with Ant-Man's negative reviews. Marvel Studios' host of delays might end up being a good thing due to overwhelming number of content from Phase 5. Overall, taking a step back could be key to finding the right formula and consistency in order to replicate what made MCU successful during the Infinity Saga. I don't think they're trying to replicate the Infinity Saga, but like I was saying before, like I do think these special presentations are going to be meaningful. I think they're going to like lay the groundwork of what they're going to be doing in these projects, or they have the opportunity to. They're gonna lay the groundwork of what they're doing in these projects and be like, all right, we giving you things like, you know, for example, like the Werewolf by Night. You give us these false alarm, I'm still here. Was gonna cook food, but we're getting takeout. Takeout for the win. Let's go. Takeout for the win. What you getting for takeout, man? What's the takeout? I might get me some takeout after this. I gotta sit and watch the NCAA tournament. Tournament's going on right now. My cats are playing right now. My cats are playing right now. Let me see the score right quick. 14-7 we up on Kansas State. I like that. It's good news. Good news. So yeah, like I was saying, special presentations are going to be part of probably a big thing of with these delays and stuff. So like they're going to match these things up and make it make sense is what I think. A lot they can do there. A lot they can do there. Like I was saying before with like Werewolf by Night, you know, you gave us that. Now whatever you choose to do in the supernatural world and you choose to give us those characters, we good. Like we know what they about. We know what they're about. So I think they will continue to do that. Look out for the Sentry one being a thing with Thunderbolts for sure. I think that is all oh no, wait a minute. Damn. And some more stuff. Rumor that Kang may reportedly be involved in Moon Knight season 2, which is great. Cause me personally, I love Kang in everything. Throw him in everything. Throw Jonathan Majors in everything. Also, I love Moon Knight season 2. Literally one of the very first videos I did on this page, on this channel. One of the very first ones I did was a Moon Knight season 2. Why there should be a Moon Knight season 2. It's like one of the very first, like, it had to be like first 5 videos I ever made. I put a lot of effort into it. Put a lot of like comic pages on there, edited it crazy, all that kind of stuff, right? And I was just going off about how there should be a Moon Knight 2. And I need it because I'm a big Moon Knight guy. I love Moon Knight. And to just put Kang in there, Rama Tut probably, which was referenced in the Moon Knight show, which we saw, like the kid had the hoodie with the Rama Tut. I think they confirmed that was what that was. Makes a lot of sense, man. Like Moon Knight season 2, I think could be a banger for Marvel. I think it could be a banger. Even without the Kang stuff, I think it could be a banger because we finally got the guy. We finally got the guy he's supposed to be, who we thought he would be in this Moon Knight show. Like the personalities are good with each other. He ready to ride. Like let's ride, let's ride. Russell Wilson, let's ride. Moon Knight Country. I'm playing. Yeah, man. Moon Knight season 2, hype for that. A lot they can do with Rama Tut. We saw Rama Tut in Quantumania. Post-credit scene. It's awesome to see him. Like I'm ready for that. That seems like I was saying, they're gonna go big with a lot of these projects going forward. They're gonna go big. It feels like it. Kevin Feige's like, man, F all that. Like we need to go bigger. Throw everybody and everything. I think that's what it's gonna be like. Could work out great, could be a mess. Who knows? What else? Spider-Man news, man. Spider-Man news. Producer Amy Pascal has teased that the fans will have to wait a couple years to see what Sony does with Miles Morales. Damn it. I love me some Miles Morales. Definitely want him in live action. But we have to wait a couple more years, so we'll see how that shakes out. Speaking of, Miles Morales and live action, Daniel Richtman, who's a scooper out there, said, without spoiling, this might be a spoiler for people, so cover your ears if you don't want like some spoilers about Across the Spider-Verse. But he said, without spoiling specifics, and then proceeded to give kind of a spoiler here, said there are live action segments in Across the Spider-Verse. That is awesome. That's pretty cool. That just makes the mind wander, like what can they do there? That's pretty cool. He also said he heard that it's as good, if not better, than the first Spider-Verse movie. Love to hear that. I have big hopes for Across the Spider-Verse and Beyond the Spider-Verse, the next one, the third one. I think there's a lot they can do there. Like I've been saying, I think there's a whole play with that and bringing the whole live action thing, and even like the Secret Wars story there. I think there's a whole play there. That's just my personal like thing with that, with the Spider-Verse stuff. So yeah, it's nice to hear that there's live action segments probably going to be in Across the Spider-Verse. So look forward to that. That kind of just further proves like, hey, this is a play that's happening here. That's it. My teams are all out in the tournament, but looking forward to more upsets. Damn. That'd be great to see Kang and Moon Knight season 2. Yeah, I think it would be great to see Kang and Moon Knight season 2. Just, it's one of those like no-brainers to me. No-brainer. Like, where else are you gonna put Rama Tut? Where else? The last piece of news that was kind of crazy over this past week was the Marvel Studios subreddit stuff. The whole like they got a whole lawsuit on them because basically the main thing was like the subreddit, they're trying to figure out the people that leaked the Quantumania script. Remember, the script came out. They're trying to figure who that is, and the whole subreddit went down. They shut themselves down, and yeah, so that was like a big thing that came out this week. It was like, oh shit, Marvel's cracking down on the Reddit, the leakers and stuff. Do I think this will change anything? No. I think we're still gonna get a whole bunch of leaks and scoops and rumors, and I think Marvel's the one that allows it to be out there. That's my personal thing, is I think they allow people to talk about it, talk about the scoops, and I think sometimes they even put it out there, the scoops and rumors and stuff, just to generate more hype and stuff. So I think that's definitely them, but they are taking action on the that subreddit and trying to identify the users who leaked the script for the Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania movie. So yeah, there's definitely like they after them. They after them on that ass. So yeah, Marvel Studios spoilers shut down. Ongoing legal trouble with Marvel Studios. Right. Yeah, man, they cracking down on it. Which it's funny to me because like I think when Miss Marvel was coming out, didn't Iman Vellani didn't she openly talk in an interview? Didn't she openly talk about the spoiler subreddit? Like she openly talks about it, I'm pretty sure. And how she's like all into it, and she has an account and she's like part of that whole community. Which is funny to me. I'm pretty sure she said something like that. Yeah, it's all about leaking the actual property of Marvel Studios. So like the script is like actual property. Yeah, I think the leakers, nothing's gonna change in the leak community, I don't think. I think there's too many people on the inside, and there's like even rumors that VFX artists that are like, you know, that they're not on good terms with, and we keep seeing those things come out with like the VFX artists being pushed to the limits and just like not enjoying themselves doing all this, and like that sucks because I wish they would do that better. I wish that relationship was a lot better. But there's like rumors that even like VFX artists are just leaking things as well. Like they have people that they're just like leaking things as well. Yeah, again, will that change? Probably not. I don't think that's going to change much. Yeah. So yeah, that's basically all I got. The last thing I will say, just a bit of DC news, I guess, is this was like such a weird, and there's so much weirdness going on with this movie, with the Flash movie. And it was such a weird, like in the middle of this week, it was like, whole bunch of stuff came out that Tom Cruise was showing a screening of The Flash, and he like loved it and was like raving about it to people. It says like, this is the kind of movie we need right now. Like, all right, like there's just a lot of weirdness going on with this movie. Like, why Tom Cruise? Like, it's just weird. Like, Tom Cruise, why? And why would it doesn't even feel like he's the type of person that would say that kind of thing, in my opinion. But it just feels like they're trying to really force the Flash movie to be like, have this like hype around. Like, it looked good. Like, the trailer looks good. I'm pretty sure it's probably a really good movie. It's probably a really good movie that's gonna happen. But just the news around it is wild to me. Generating that hype draws in more viewership, and of course, yeah, and money. Yeah, they definitely, Marvel definitely puts out a lot of that scoop stuff, for sure. Yeah, the Tom Cruise thing is just weird to me, and like the whole Flash stuff is weird to me. The trailer has me excited to go watch it. At first, I don't know, man. I might bootleg it though, because I might bootleg it. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't want to support this guy. That's kind of, in my opinion, getting away with everything he's done. I feel like he just like not enough attention was put onto this Ezra guy for what he was doing. It was a wild time, man. Like, this dude was like on the run for real, like Flash for real. This crazy stuff that we was hearing every week. Like, oh my god. But you know why I got swept under the rug? And this is my opinion of why I got swept under the rug, or why it didn't get that much attention. Because at the same time that Deshaun Watson stuff was going on, the whole like masseuse Deshaun Watson Brown stuff was going on, and it was like, that was my whole timeline. That was my timeline. But then it was like, oh, Ezra's like kidnapping people, and he's like in a different country. It's like, we're not gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about Deshaun Watson being horny though. Like, all right, that's my opinion. But a lot of weirdness, a lot of things that feels forced with this movie, and I'm like, all right. But the trailer, they backed it up with the trailer. The trailer was pretty damn good. We'll see. The kind of movie we need right now. All right. Yeah, are you guys going to see Shazam? Let me know if you're gonna go see Shazam. I'm still on the fence about it. I don't know if I'm gonna see it yet. It's not doing well in the box office. I know that. I know that. It's a hard pass for you. I feel like it's a lot of people, man. And then the guy, I think it's Zachary Levi is his name. He's been on some stuff too. Things that he's been posting, and people have been paying attention. People pay attention, man. And he's been on some shit lately, and people are like, yeah, nah, I'm good on that. But from what I've heard, people do like the movie. Like, it's pretty solid. DC really needs to pick it up. Man, I have faith. I have faith in James Gunn, man. I have faith. That's the perfect time to jump on. Jump on with James. I'm gonna see what he does. I'm gonna give it a whole fresh like mindset. When James Gunn starts doing his thing, I'm gonna give it a whole fresh like, all right, let's start here. That's what I'm gonna do. Going into it like that. Like, let's start with this. Let's see. So I'm gonna give it a chance. But I mean, this Shazam movie, I'm like, you know, like, I went to see Black Adam, and I thought it was a solid superhero movie. Like, it wasn't anything crazy, wasn't anything like terribly bad. Like, it was just like fun superhero movie without a lot of thought, which was kind of refreshing at that moment, because I was like, you know, the MCU has so much like world building and connectivity that they try to do, where it was cool to just like have a brainless like action superhero movie. That's how I felt about Black Adam, and I'm guessing Shazam is very similar to that. It's just like a whole lot of fun, whatever. Like not really emotional, not really anything crazy, just fun action. And sometimes that's like okay. Sometimes that's all right. So I'm on the fence though. I might go see it. If I just have like a free day, I might just pop over to movie theater right over there for me. So I might just pop in, see what happens. But and then we also saw Aquaman got like people walking out of test screenings. That's crazy to me. That's the craziest thing I think of all news, man. People walking out of test screenings, bro. People asked you to be there for it just to see how you might like it. Test, this is a test. That's crazy to me to be like, I'm good on this. I'm walking like this is that bad. I'm walking out of a test screening. I get a movie, but a test screening where they want you to be there to just check out this movie. That's insane to have people walking out of that. That's disrespectful on another level. That's crazy disrespect. But they didn't care. It was that bad. You walked out of a test screening. So that's where they're at right now. A lot of people just want this era of DCEU to be done with. I get that. I think that's why a lot of people aren't going to Shazam. Aquaman probably looking to not do well as well. Flash is the only one I think people are like interested in because it's got this weird stuff around it. So I think people are like interested in that. That's the only one. And then I guess Blue Beetle, which is, I don't know if it's part of DCEU or if it's part of DCU with James Gunn, because it's not James Gunn's stuff. But I think Blue Beetle's, I think they're gonna wait and see. Like if Blue Beetle's solid, they'll keep it around. That's what I think. DC really, I do, but losing Henry Cavill hurt. Yeah, losing Henry Cavill was rough for sure. It's definitely rough. That hurt a lot of people. That's like Marvel losing RDJ or something right after Age of Ultron. Ooh, that's a huge blow, but I'm hoping they can get it together. I have faith in James Gunn. Yeah, I see your point there. Definitely. Interesting. But yeah, man, that's all I got this Sunday. I'll be back not next Sunday. I'll be out next Sunday. I might do a night one. I might do a night stream. I'll be in Atlanta for my one of my best friends' bachelor weekend. So I'll be out. So my reaction to Blue Lock won't come out till probably Thursday next week. The final episode of the season 1 Blue Lock, probably Tuesday of next week. And then I might do a night stream on Sunday if I make it back in time. If not, I'll just probably cancel it or maybe go live on Monday or something like that. But I kind of want to keep it just Sundays. So yeah, we'll be back. We'll be back on these Sundays. These live streams is definitely a thing I want to continue to do. So yeah, man, I'm gonna wrap it up here, man. I appreciate it. The weekly wrap up. Appreciate you having the chat live for me, man. I appreciate it. Definitely. And hit me up, man. I know you got videos and stuff too. I need to check you out. More. I haven't like really clicked on some stuff yet. Looking for next stream, my guy. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Send me some of your are you on Twitter? I think you're on Twitter. I need to send some of your stuff. I'm about to go look at some of your stuff right now, actually. I'm gonna go look at some of your stuff. So what I like to do is support, man. I like to support the people, man. And you know, a lot of people are talented creators, right? Super talented, and I like to support that. You know, because this stuff is not easy. Follow each other right now. Okay, cool. All right, I'm gonna go look into some of the things, see what you've been doing lately, man, for sure. But yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up here. Thank you for tuning in, man, and I appreciate it. This is the Alternate Timeline. I'm Dennis Smith, and I'll see you guys in the next video, or next Sunday, or Sunday after that, the next live stream, whatever it may be. I will see you guys later. Have a wonderful week, and peace.